Howdy y'all, my name is ChucklesTC and welcome back to my World of Outlaws 23 career mode, where today we're headed to Weed Sport in the midgets. So let's load in there and I'll cut back to you guys once we're headed to the track. Okay, we're loaded back in here. And let's head to practice where our goal time is a 13.600. And we ramp up on the wall a bit there early. Okay, wow. I was not prepared for this at all. So we're not going to have any practice. I guess we're going to head straight to qualifying as I wreck my opening lap of practice. And here we have no idea how fast we can be. It's our first lap at speed around the track. But we learned really quick on that we want to stay clear of going too low. Not a great lap 1. Now, what can we do on lap 2? We hit the inside wall. And we'll come through qualify 23rd with the 13.840. Heat 3 starting 6th. See if we can gain one position here in the heats. In my local midget race, like I said, I'm doing all the local races individually from the videos. I finished second. Oh man, we are flipping here on the wall. Caution will come out, but not before we drop down to P10. Looks like we may be headed here to the B main today. But we're going to do our best to prevent that. We wash out into the wall there on corner exit. 2 laps left here. So we're starting the final lap here. Caution's gonna fly as we sent around Edwards. We're up into P8. We'll see if we can have a good restart here. I wreck Fisher there. Put him into the wall. We start the white flag, and Moles just looks to be too far ahead, but Fisher will take back the position. And we're going to be starting the B main from way back in 7th place. We're going to have to gain 2 positions in the race. Not looking too promising on that front. I mean, Cooper just cut down in front of me there. There's nothing I can do. We drop down to P12 for the side throw the caution flag. And Cooper holds that position in front of us in P11. We get the high lane here, though, which we're going to have to take through the corner. No matter how much instinctively I want to go low. Three wide there throughout the corner. Someone was bound to get dumped out. We'll go low here on Edwards, which is a huge risk. We'll be able to make the pass, though. Oh, trying to squeeze it there between Martinez and Walker. And we'll turn Martinez. The caution will fly for that. We are in P8 on the restart. We get the outside lane again, which we saw can work for us. We're going to struggle a bit when we first get going. Naturally wanting to go to the bottom. Oh, there, we hit the inside wall, and then we'll send someone out into the outside wall hard. We drop down to P7 before the caution will fly again. Cautions aren't very bad in this game. We only lose about a lap. It's just whatever lap we were on when the caution flies, we're going to be going back to green and starting the following lap. In this case, we are starting lap 7, 4 laps to go. We're going to flip, we're going to get lifted up, we're going to drop all the way down to P17, taking some air damage before the caution will fly. Now we're stuck on the inside on a restart in the B main, way back in P17, having to make up 12 positions to qualify for the A main. Okay, and we'll send ourselves into that runoff area. And the caution will fly. We're down in P20. We're going to try that outside lane again, but it's unlikely to work. So that's what I was trying to do there. I was trying to just keep it up here on the outside, above the second lane of cars, and make up a position or two. And yeah, our car is just forcing us to turn left. We're actually going to finish last here in today's event. Never mind. Our car's going to flip. We're not going to get past them before the caution. We're going to have another restart on our hands. Boy, oh boy. Are we going to be able to make up 15 positions on a restart? I doubt it. We have 2 laps to get it done. We're going to have to do something I've been trying to avoid. Basically in the second half of this race. I was trying to take the low lane there, but all the damage is forcing me to go high. Another car will flip. And we're up to P16. These are incidents isolated from myself. They want me to make it to the A main, and I want myself to as well, but also it's already 1:28. I'm going to the race today. And I was trying to record that mono posto video too, which we'll be releasing at some point tomorrow, maybe a little bit later than the projected time of 7:30. But I'll get it done at some point tomorrow. One more lap to go. We're sitting in P12. We're going to flip one final time. But the leader had already crossed the line. And we're going to drop down to P20 when we cross the line. That's just a rough way to end it. We finished in P40. And I'll just cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, loaded in here. On the main menu, there you see the race recap. We don't want to see that. I don't want to see any of this crap. Major hit at midget race. Clown needs to clean up their act. Yeah, but also everyone was racing like crap. Next episode, we head to Fairbury for race 25 of 26. Let's repair our car. And now let's get loaded up. We'll do UNP modified next. Why not? And we're headed now to Millstone Park Speedway, a brand new track for this car. Let's get into it. Okay, now load in here now. Millstone, our goal time is a 19.481. That's for like P35 on the grid because we do not have sponsorship. The headed to a new track is something rare for us, and this is a track that we have very little experience at in any series. It's a half-mile track. The A main is going to be 12 laps, if I read it correctly. We beat our goal there on the first lap, but I know we can do better. Right now I feel we already are championship contenders. Both the like 15 races maybe that we've already raced at in our past. We can't rely on that to win us a championship. We have to go and race good at these other tracks. Don't need to win 6 races in a row. I guess it's 7 races that I've actually competed in a row now. All 7 of my wins in this series are back to back to back to back to back. Even with that awful lap, we're beating our goal time. But I want to set a new record lap for myself here. And now. My fastest lap was a no-toe lap, but here I did not improve. I was so close. A couple of these bobbles on the straightaway where it's trying to turn left definitely isn't helping. Who knows, maybe that lap time's a good one, but this is going to be our final lap of practice, now that we've passed all the cars. I don't know why it's trying to turn left, like, without me turning the car, if you know what I'm saying. We beat our goal time there in practice, and we head straight to qualifying. A 19.483 is the goal time for P34. We should be able to beat that even with a bum lap. We're washed out and are riding against the wall here in the first lap. It's a pretty solid lap still with a 17.635. And coming through now for our second lap, where we're going to qualify P4 with a 17.260. Even with this car handling awful, we are qualifying up front. Let's hop into the heat. Green flag is out. And I think the biggest issue at this track for me is going to be me. And the qualifying dash is going to be a rough one. We now have some competition to our outside as we are having not great laps here. And with 2 laps to go, we'll grow that lead back over a half second, and it's going to be a second before we cross the line. Yeah. Final lap here. Oh my goodness, we'll get it there at the line. We lost it through the final corner. But we'll get it by just over, by 4 thousandths of a second. That is the margin of victory. But this is what went wrong. Entering the corner, we hit the wall. Then we exit high, and we're just washing around. We were able to get it done, though. We're going to be starting P4 in the qualifying dash. And here, underway. Let's get straight into it. And we'll shoot up now to second behind Strickler. Oh, but 3 wide through the corner. We're going to drop back down to 4th. Now 5th for a second. Oh, contact with the inside wall. We'll wash out. And we'll go into the outside wall now. Dropping down to P6. And it looks like we might have our worst qualifying result in this series. And starting the white flag here, we're down in P6. We had P5 secured there for a moment. Then we washed back into the outside wall. We're going to come through here and finish P6 in the qualifying dash. It's not looking very bright for us to get our second win straight in the regionals and our 8th straight win across the 2 series. Okay, now let's get into the race. Starting in P6. Our car is still trying to force us to turn left. This was the same thing that was happening a bit in the midget, so I wonder if it's an issue with my controller. We're going to get up to Strickler, though. And the reason we're doing this one before the street stocks was to try and build some sort of momentum and some sort of energy going into it. This wasn't happening in my individual play. That's why I was able to finish second, and then I obviously won my local race in this series. That's basically guaranteed. And then I also won my street stock race. So second, first. We held the lead after the first corner, though. After causing the caution, but Weaver now will move up to first. But now led forward will get it. And this is a heated battle with 7 laps to go. We'll get a pretty good exit on him. We're going to be able to move down and cover his lane. We're going to wash up high here, and he's going to be able to take back down the bottom if he wants it. He won't make a move. We're going to hold. Five laps remain. For a moment there, our gap was over a second. Now it's back to a second. And that was maybe our best lap of the race, or one of our best laps of the race. And of all time. Two more laps to go. Lap traffic shouldn't come into effect here, but we are kind of catching that 25th place modified a bit faster than I expected. We start the final lap here, and it won't be an issue, but will I be an issue? We're on the final corner now, and we got it done. So I crash across the line. And there you have it, the winning photo. Make it 8 straight races in the highest level I'm competing at in this car. That was a really risky move. I could have brought out the caution there. But we win with a 2-second gap with such a poor handling car. And let's load back to the main menu. So we hold our points lead. I'll copy you guys once we're there. Okay, loading here on the main menu. We win. Well, we take a lot of damage. And next up, we're headed to Eldora. We'll repair our car there. Now let's load up for the street stock race. The final race of the night at Eldora as well. So let's go ahead and see if we can upgrade any parts of the car. We'll go to suspension, and we can. We'll be able to fully upgrade this. And our next goal is 120,000 for the suspension for the midgets. But now let's hop into the race at Eldora, and I'll cut back to you guys once we're there. Okay, loading here at Eldora. Our goal time for practice is 17:965. I'm not feeling the pull as much in this car. But granted, this car doesn't pull when I want it to half the time. And my goal time is really close to my record lap around here. Now granted, we should be able to set a new record lap as we have improved our car since the last time we raced here. But only slightly. So, I don't know. There we go. We beat our goal time. And we're going to run here until 57. There we wash out into the wall and corner exit. Not a great one there. Depending on what time we get to the line on this upcoming lap, this could be our last one. We're starting out pressure from the rear though. And we have time to start one more lap, but we have contact there with the inside wall. And that's going to let the 45 car through. Now I really wanted to set up a pass for him, but nonetheless, we're going to come through here for our final lap of practice. Setting an awful time.
Let's check out the leaderboard.
Fast lap was a 17.721. Now let's head into qualifying with a goal time of a 17.691. Two laps here in qualifying for us to start as close to the front as possible. Okay, coming through for our first lap here of qualifying. We said a 17.914. Okay, now coming through to the line, we're going to set P8 speed with a 17.64 or 684, starting heat 4 in second position. Okay, now underway here in heat 2 from Eldora. Tiernan is in that 45 car. Okay, contact there. It's going to allow Tiernan to pull away as much as possible. Getting his gap to about a second now. So now I'm definitely feeling the difference in the car. It is still trying to pull left a little bit. Three laps to go. 1.5 second gap to Tiernan. Okay, now we're going to be coming through to take 2 laps to go. He gained about a second on that lap, as that was not our best placement of the car all around. And now we get so close to that inside wall. We're going to find a way to stay out of it, though. Final lap here around Eldora. We have 3 seconds in front of us, 1 second behind us. We are all in the clear. As long as we make it through this corner relatively clean, we'll wash up high. We'll be slow. We're going to cross through. We're headed to qualifying dash, starting in P8 in the 8-car field. So where we can start for the A main is P8. Okay, qualifying dash here, ready to get underway. And it is, we're green from Eldora for the qualifying dash. We're going to try to squeeze here on the bottom lane. We'll pull move on Jurens before we even get to the corner to take the bottom from him. I think it's almost a safety risk to have me starting on the top lane. I'm trying to go around cars, and this car is trying to pull me left. We're going to wash out into Jurens though on corner exit. Now we'll tag Jurens in the rear. Get him a bit loose. I want to at least finish 7th in this race. But as he's gotten it up to a half-second gap, it's going to be a bit of a fight to get up there. 3 laps to go here. Still sitting in P8. Got so close there, but we got really loose through the corner. And with 2 laps to go, Jurens has a second lead just about over us. Especially now that we've washed out into the wall. This is a make or break lap for us. Final time around here. Jurens still in P7. We're going to get loose there. We're going to come through finish with a huge gap in front of us from Jurens. We're going to come through and finish P8 in the 8-car field, starting 8th in the A main. Okay, time here for the A main to end off today's episode. So we're underway here. Let's try to squeeze it down to the bottom lane, not quite be able to make it work. We try here to get up into that top 5. We'll make it past Jurens, now being held up by Sneakcloth in the corner. This is a 20-lap race. No need to make a dumb decision in the first 10. But Sneakcloth really holding me up through the corner. Unable to get by him as he is taking my low lane, which he has the right to do. But I was pushing him all throughout the corner there. Bumping tires a bit there with Sneakcloth. And on corner exit, we're going to be able to clear. We are not going to shoot up high, so we'll never know if we would have been able to actually get clear him. Now Sneakcloth shoots it down on the bottom of us. And that brings Tanner Vaden Top up into the conversation. We shoot up to the high lane to block it off. Sitting in P15. Or not P15, P5, sorry. 14 laps remain. Brendan Jurens is the car in front of us. And we're just not closing that gap with 13 laps remaining. We do have some pressure now from behind from Sneakcloth, who I guess went to the high lane. Yeah, there he is. Our bump there on him shuffled him back to 7th with now Tanner Vaden top. The next car behind us, but hopefully Sneakcloth gives him a bit of a fight. Okay, now coming to the line, 10 laps remain here from the A main and Eldora for the street stocks. We're just unable to make a charge. They now have it to a 2-second gap. Oh, contact there between Jurens and Tiernan. Tiernan gets the short end of the stick there and will drop back a little bit. A little closer to our wheelhouse here. Never mind, it was Reynolds. Reynolds is lap traffic. Seven laps remain here. We're sitting in P5. We're catching up to lap traffic, but we have been able to shorten the gap up to Jurens a little bit. But Vaden Top will make a move down on our inside. It's going to leave us vulnerable as we get pushed up high. Six laps remain. I tried to keep it solid there on the bottom. We'll shuffle back down to P6. We'll get into Bobby Young here and turn him. And the yellow flag is out. We're in P6, starting the outside of Tanner Vaden Top. But the leader has been brought back to us. And most importantly, Jurens and Tiernan have as well. Cut down in front of Sneakcloth. 4 laps to go till the end of the race, till we get that checkered flag. Barring an overtime finish. Here we are catching up to Jurens. And we get a really good corner exit there. And we'll be able to make it up to P4. But some contact there from Vaden Top will allow Jurens back through on the bottom. We're up now into P5. We're giving Jurens some hell. Going down low on him. We're going to wash up high. And Vaden Top and Jurens will be able to get their positions back. Now Sneakcloth giving us a challenge for P6. He's going to keep us on the high line. We'll drop down to P8 after that as another Jurens follows him through. We're dropping like a rock here in the final stint in Eldora. As we're coming to start the white flag lap. We're able to get back up into P7. No, Jurens will take it back. And now Cox will fight to take the position. We're sitting in P9. We're going to get P8 at the line over Cox. What a disappointing end to that race, as we had an opportunity to get P4 in that final stint. That's where we were holding in at P4 for a minute before we lost it all. And now I'll cut back to you guys on the main menu. Okay, loaded here after our 8th place finish. We have a lot of repairs to do. We have a new message from the Outlaws.
You know, you've really been in control out there the last few races. No crashes or any careless driving at all. Keep it up.
Wouldn't say I was in control at all, sir. I understand I played it off cool, but I mean, I was fighting for my life every single lap. Thank you all. Hope you have a good one. Bye.